So here we go. Today, or this evening, I'm going to show you guys how to repair a little cut in your battery. If you're out flying around, having a good day, hitting tree branches and whatnot, if you're flying hard, if you're crashing, you're learning, you're gonna every once in a while make a mistake like the one that I made. My battery lead was not tucked in enough and I took off and I heard kind of a thud, 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 thud. I thought that was weird. I put the quad down and sure enough the prop was just eating away at this lead. So there's plenty of videos on YouTube on how to reattach the balance leads and the power leads and take the battery all apart and put it back together. I definitely don't want to do that just to fix this. So tools, always helps to have a nice set of wire cutters. I don't have a heat gun, so I'm just going to use a lighter here for the heat shrink. And I've got this little 560 piece assortment that I got off eBay for like $6 or $8 or something like that. Not sure exactly which size I'm gonna need. Maybe this one. I don't really feel great about using red though on the positive lead, or on the negative lead, rather, which is the broken one. So I'll maybe use the blue one. Might be a little too big, but we'll see how it looks when I shrink it. Okay, and you need a soldering iron and a little bit of solder. I've got some sitting right here. And my soldering iron is already plugged in and getting nice and warm, so by the time I need it, it should be ready. So, what do? First step, you're just gonna cut right in the middle, as close as possible to where the damage is. Cut right through it. Okay, good. This is 12 gauge, which is the largest hole on my cutter. So what I'm going to do is give myself about 1 centimeter on each side. Okay, that side's looking good. And then 1 centimeter on this side. Okay, that just comes right off, good. Don't want to do much damage to the actual wires, which it doesn't look like I have, so that's good. Let me take a quick peek here, see how many strands came out. Only 3 or 4 strands came with it, so it wasn't a perfect cut, but good enough. Same deal on this side. I'm not sure if the camera's focusing or not, so if it's not, sorry, just take my word for it. Okay, at this point, I'm going to check my heat shrink after twisting these just a little bit. All right, that seems like actually a pretty good fit there. I don't need this much though. I don't need it to be that long. So I'm gonna cut it, make it a little shorter here. Okay, put that down. How's that look? That looks like that'll be good. Okay. Now I do have some flux, but I don't think I'm really going to need it for this. So all I am going to do, and there's probably better ways of doing it, but I'm just going to kind of fan this out a little bit. Fan out this side a little bit. And I'm just going to smush them together. Get as many of those fibers to kind of intertwine with one another. And squeeze it down real good. So it basically becomes just one wire. And then we're just going to put a little solder on it. My soldering iron is quite hot. I also have one of these little helper hand things for my more delicate tasks, but this is not too terribly delicate. So I'm going to load it up with a good amount of solder. And this is nasty stuff, as you guys probably know. so you don't want to be breathing it in. Alright, got a good connection on that side. And I'll do the same on the other, just for fun. And of course, when you're done soldering, the first thing you want to do is go wash your hands if you're handling it directly. It's nasty stuff. Okay, here we go. Nice big bubble of solder on this side as well. Let's kind of go into the fibers as much as possible. I don't really want any sharp sides either. Okay, so it is now back together. I'll carefully put my soldering iron back down. Make sure it doesn't move. Okay, slide the heat shrink over your newly soldered joint. And then in my case, since I don't have a heat gun, I will be using a lighter to shrink that down. Try and do it without burning myself or the wire. Okay, that side's done. And that side's done. And there you have it. That's all it needs. Make sure it's not going to come apart, which it's definitely not. And you're good to go. It'll fly another day. Alright, thanks a lot. Catch y'all later. Peace.